Using just a pencil grip glass cutter and runners, I'm going to show you guys how I cut super deep curves out of glass with just those tools. So first thing I'm going to do is go in and cut out the general shape of our moons here, getting rid of most of the excess glass that we do not need, sweeping that away to make sure we have a nice clean surface. Now we're going to go in and make our first of 3 scores. As you can see, I've left a huge gap of where I want to be in where I've scored. And I'm going to do the same thing on score number 2. I'm again leaving a gap, a little bit less of a gap, but we're still not along the line. We're saving that for score number 3, and that's when we're going to go in and score along the edge of where we want to be. Now, this is the most important part, our safety cut right here. So this is what I call my little safety score. And this is what's going to help prevent us from breaking the glass or actually being able to pull it out at all, because the top of our cut out section here is smaller than the bottom. So we wouldn't be able to pull this piece of glass out because it's so much wider at the bottom than it is at the top. So we need to make that safety score to be able to break this out in pieces safely. So we've made that safety score. Now I'm going in with my running pliers in the back of my glass cutter and just tapping these sections out. I'm going along score number 1 first and just kind of slowly wiggling back and forth until I can pull that first piece out, pull the second piece. Then we're going to move on to our second score line and our second safety line, do the same thing, and follow up with our last little bit of glass here and just pop that right out. And that is exactly how I cut super deep curves. Now I'm just going in and double checking that I don't have any chips or cracks in the glass. As usual, I do not. So now I can sweep away my area and go ahead with cutting out the rest of my moon. So I'm just going to score the outside edges and break them as usual. And that is exactly how I cut super deep curves using just my glass cutter and runners. Look at that. That is a beautiful piece of glass. Of course, if you've got a ring saw, use it. If not, you can do this. Now, to all of my hardcore grozer or nipper users, don't worry, everything is going to be just fine.